Hello. As you can see, I went blue again. Um, Not as much this time. I was curious uh, if I would get some interesting manifestations by doing this session in the bedroom because the last time I did, as I recall, there was some very interesting manifestations. Um, Fat old whale butt up here. Um, so this is going to be another one of my lovely random combinations. I'll have you lost in 10 minutes or less, probably, because I'll bounce around to too many subjects. Well, I'll try not to, but if I do, I apologize ahead of time. Um, First and foremost, Avakin Life. Avakin. Oh man, now my freaking glasses and everything's all tangled up here. Seriously? Okay, that's it. I'm taking these glasses off. Uh, for those of you that have no idea what I'm speaking of when I say Avakin Life, look it up, download it, give it a try, see what you think. I would love to hear your opinion. The up and down sides of it. It's very similar to IMVU. And yes, I still have my long hair. I just have it up because the weather's been whack and hot and yucky. And this lovely little design my hair's doing is just my hair being my hair. Avakin Life, I've been on it for probably about 9 months or a few months thereabouts, something like that. I'll have to pay attention the next time I'm on there. But I met some interesting folks. I've met some not so interesting folks. I've met some people that have already broken my heart because they made me think that they really were my friends, and then come to find out they weren't, and then suddenly it's like they just go poof. But it's my own fault because the thing about Avakin Life and IMVU, for instance, is it is a chat room. You can get some really cool stuff, but it took me 6 years plus to build up my IMVU accounts, and I have two. On each account, you can be a male avatar or a female. Same with Avakin Life. On Avakin Life, you can work jobs, but they rip you off because you have to make over 3,000 paper Avi bucks, Avakin, listen to me, Avakin Life paper bucks. You have to take it to their ATM machine at the job locations in the game, and you have to exchange it. So if you make $3,999, you'll be lucky to get a couple hundred when you convert it to coin. My opinion on that, I think that they should give the avatars and the people that really truly invest in this, especially those of us who can now. 13 is the youngest age you can be to join Avakin Life, and that's the same, I believe, with IMVU. I don't know. IMVU, I've not really paid much attention, but I try to get on that one at least once a month because if I don't, my account freezes up. I can't get into my DJR account at all anymore because I don't have another unit strong enough to be able to handle something like IMVU. Avakin Life has 7 jobs that you can work that I know of, that I've found. There's only one of the 7, so 6 jobs that you have to do the paper to coin. You get paid in paper, but the avatar that places the order when you're serving the orders, they have to pay with diamonds. So you have diamonds, you have crowns, you have coins, and you have Avabucks. I haven't bothered wasting my time or money on the crowns because to me they're just more ways to take your money. The diamonds, the coins, and the paper is quite enough. The diamonds are a little bit more on the fair side, but some of the dishes that you order, depending on where you order, what job you're at, can be as much as 10 diamonds. I haven't really seen anything higher than that. Different things to eat, different things to drink, and so on. But what I don't like about it is you only get 3 customers. You have to have 3 paying customers that order and pay, and then your shift is automatically over for each order that a person pays for and this and that, then you get the paper version of that, then you convert it with the ATM, but you have to use their ATM at the job sites in the game, or you won't be able to do it. Because I was curious and I went into the shop there and I tried to find an ATM that I could convert the stuff myself, so I wouldn't have to go to a location, because the drawbacks of letting someone as young as 13 on Avakin Life is some of them are just so blatantly rude and disrespectful and discourteous, and I call them punk ASSs, because that's exactly what they are. You know, they want to defy mommy and daddy by being naughty on a game and blah, 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 and getting all these freaking sexy clothes and all this, that, and the other, and, you know, having the balls to come up to you when you're on shift and say, could you please end your job so I could work? Fuck you, bitch. Wait your turn. Okay? I am not here to pertain to you. I am here to make money just like you. Wait your fucking turn. I don't watch Paranormal Files anymore. I grew out of it. I have nothing against the family. I never will. I have given up hope that I'm ever going to meet any of them. Whatever. I wish them the best, and I'm moving on. Avakin Life, some of, you know, like when you're trying to type to somebody, for instance, in a chat window, because that's the only way you can talk to people on the game, you will find things that it will censor that makes absolutely no sense why they censored that particular thing. If you try to give too much of your personal information, it won't let you. It'll just, you're sitting here typing it, you see the words, you hit what you need to hit to bring it up on the screen, and you see a bunch of stars. So then your person that's reading it goes, huh? And have no idea what you're saying. Hi, Kalika. So you got to find clever ways around it. Some of the older ones, like in their 20s and stuff, they have found ways around it. But on Avakin Life, you can't have sex. Thank goddess. It's also very dangerous for teenagers because of sexual predators out there. They would have a heyday getting them some young things on this game, and it is very possible. I personally think Avakin Life should make the person be 21 or older, or no younger than 18. Because 18, there's still a lot of speculation. Some people think it's not an adult. Some people do. You know, Holly and Shay and Paul, I wanted to say hi. I don't know if or when any of you will see this, but I did leave you a message on, I don't know if you're live streaming right now or it was the most current video that I saw on your list. So I just popped down in the comment section long enough to say, hey, I haven't forgotten about any of you. You're still my friends. I still love you dearly. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope things are good for you. I mean, for the most part, I guess we're okay here, but oh, and that's Bella over there sleeping on Daddy's pillow. You know, so just so you're like, what is that? It's a cat. It's not a manifestation. I decided to come into the bedroom because the air conditioner's like right behind me. It's blowing on me. It's a lot more comfortable. My dear sister Maria, who you have seen on here many times, she bought me and Chris a new air conditioner because ours finally died. It was not cooling down enough to keep anymore, and she went out and like shelled out like $249 plus tax. And it's an early an early birthday present to Chris from her and I both, because we needed it. And it's one time that at least Chris was okay with it, didn't get angry because she spent that kind of money. Chris has breathing issues, as you well know, and so on and so on. Now, just for a second here, I would like to put a special shout out to Sari and Kara. If you ever come on here, you should know who you are when I say Sari and Kara. We met on Avakin Life a couple days ago. And you guys know one of my counterparts on there, Roy Campbell, which is, you know, him and I are old souls, is the way I explain it, okay? But I have to be honest here when I say, and just bear with me and understand my reasons. If you do find your way to these YouTube channels of mine and you join one or both, or even if you check out any of the videos, you're going to see Chris Bizarre in the background. That is my partner that I'm with right now. The thing with Roy is I don't know you guys that well yet. So he, to some, like to Chris, he's fictitious. To me, he is very real. He is basically the masculine side of me. He is the embodiment of every man that I've ever wanted my man to be, kind of thing, Um, Chris is like 56 years old. I'm 53. So until I get to know you both better and feel that there's a certain degree of trust, just hear me out, that you guys would be okay with this information, then I might elaborate on it in a future video. But as you will see, depending on how far back you go with any of my YouTube videos, Kara and Sari, there are going to be videos in there where you'll see me crying and very upset and distraught because me and Chris have had yet another stupid fight over something stupid or whatever, Me and Chris have been together about 15 years so far. And the hardest part for me is the relationship is always being tested to the breaking point. That's why I think I end up taking to something like Avakin Life or I Am the You, because there you can be skinny. There you can be beautiful. You can look 21 forever. You can have cool rooms. You can have cool stuff to dress up in. Cool cars, and if you're lucky, a handful of cool friends and you're set. Okay. I don't have this plugged in, so I hope it live streams okay. I have no idea how long this live stream is going to be, but just to clear up some confusion, Kara and Sari, I'm not really saying a lot right now about Roy, and I have my reasons. Okay. Let me just put it that way. It's not that I'm keeping it from Chris because he's sitting right next to me every day when I play the game. But in time, if, like when a couple of months have gone by and, we're more comfortable with each other, the three of us, and I'm not like trying to discount Roy at all. Okay. He is a good friend. We have known each other. We are old souls. We have known each other in other lifetimes. He really is in Pennsylvania, We've never met face to face, but in our dreams, we've like astral traveled to one another, and it was very real to us, very real. It's kind of those dreams you don't want to wake up from because it feels so real. Well, that's because it is. It's really going on. Hard to explain. It's a witch thing. The more you get into the craft, hopefully you will develop your own understanding of what I'm talking about and not go, what the fuck are you talking about? And be all confused, okay? I do not do poly. I don't believe in it, but I don't judge people that are that way, that, they believe in having multiple partners and, stuff like that. And me and Roy, don't get me wrong, we do have a deep love for each other. It's kind of a combination friendship, we've known each other in other lifetimes. We're kind of like the cosmic lovers. He knows about Chris. Chris knows about him. It's just because him and I have never really met face to face. I'm not cheating. I'm not, dating Chris and Roy, but on Avakin, it is very real to me, even though the whole time I know it's a game, and some may say it's silly, but it's not. And a big part of the reason why me and Roy do what we do is, believe it or not, it's for safety as well, because there's a lot of people on there that Roy and I both have encountered. That was just a power surge, not a manifestation. So don't freak out. Or go, ooh, what was that? It was just we get power surges here a lot. But me and Roy present ourselves as a couple on Avakin Life because in our hearts and souls, and the fact that we've known each other before and we're soulmates and cosmic lovers and that kind of thing, we decided, okay, we will let people know on there and make them believe that we are together because we don't want others trying to pick us up. We don't want others trying to date us. And believe me and Roy both go through our share of people that do exactly that. I have been come on to by so many women. It ain't even funny. I've been come on to by so many men, and he's had the same, both women and men. they friend request you and then you don't know what their intentions are. You don't know anything about them, so it's a safety thing. A lot of it. So it may seem like we're lying and being dishonest, but we have our reasons. We're not harming anyone. We are trying to play it safe because you really, truly do not know what kind of people you're talking to and hanging out with. I'm not saying anything against you, Sari and Kara, because you guys are cool. You're two of the few that we've found so far that are really good people, and we love you to death. We hope that our, friendship, the four of us, will continue to grow, and this and that. But, just understand where we're coming from and why we do what we do. Okay. Roy plays on his phone. It's okay, Kalika. This is my kitty cat, Kalika. She's the one that likes to be on mommy's lap the most, don't you, baby girl? And when I'm in here doing a live stream, she, a lot of times she will come in here and, she'll get lovies from mommy, and sometimes she'll lay down, sometimes she'll meow, sometimes she'll climb in my lap. Silly kitty. But there are some dangerous people on there, and I speak from experience when I say this. I have met quite a few already that have really hurt me. And Roy. So we are very cautious. It's okay, baby. Mommy Kalika Boo. She's a tortoiseshell. She's a tortoiseshell calico, aren't you, baby girl? I know, mommy's being mushy. I'm sorry. She don't like me picking her up. I try to hug her and she fights me. But anyway, I wanted to say something on here and that's why I have this subs only. So the only way you're going to be able to view these probably easily is if you join my channel. I'm not looking for monetary donations, okay? Because I doubt very seriously I'm going to make even a fraction of the amount of people I would need, which, as I've told you guys already, you ladies, you have to have 1,000 plus members. You have to have 1,000 plus subs, meaning people that have subscribed to your channel, or in my case, channels. I only have a handful of people, like maybe 10 or something in that neighborhood, most of which I almost never see on here. Brooke, that you guys might sometimes see on here if you come on here and catch me during a live stream. She is my daughter-in-law in England. Her and my oldest son, Michael, are they're engaged, but they're still fairly new in their journey of discovery of each other. And, they're trying to take things slow. They're trying to be smart about things, which I think is a really good idea. Michael is our oldest son. He's 30 years old, 31, something like that. I know he's somewhere around there because he was born in 1990. He's like 1 year younger than Daniel Radcliffe, who plays Harry Potter. But again, I'm sorry, me and Roy both, for the deception, but me and Roy have talked about this at length, and we have agreed a long time ago that if we do encounter a handful, like we believe you, Sari and Kara, to be, that they're really cool. You guys are cool people. We get along well. But we have to promise each other, respect each other's chosen field of religion and beliefs and this and that. I'm not saying that you guys have done anything disrespectful, and I certainly hope that I haven't. But again, me and Roy, we don't judge. All I can say is whatever your beliefs are, don't hurt others. Don't hurt yourself. It's not worth the pain and the price you pay in the long run. Word of advice, I'm glad that you two found each other, but be very wary about having partners on Avakin Life, because you don't know what those people are like. You may never meet them face to face. You may never meet me face to face, or Roy. But be careful, be safe. As you can see, I look nothing like my avatar on Avakin. But you can also understand why I love it so much, because on Avakin Life, I am the inner skinny me that I hope to be again. But I just don't know how soon. I lack the motivation. I lack a workout partner, somebody that can keep me motivated, to keep me exercising and be versatile like me and be willing to find natural ways to exercise. And I'm not saying just in the bedroom, okay? Not that, sex is bad, because it's not, but again, be careful. Me and Roy, you guys, you girls are totally safe with, but others on there, please be careful. There's a lot of dangers in the world, and I've met my share of them, for sure. And that's another reason why I may never go totally public with my YouTube stuff, because I don't want people coming on from foreign countries that are speaking some language I don't even know. Because how am I going to have any kind of a conversation with them? How am I going to know what they're saying to me? How are they going to know what I'm saying to them? It just becomes a big headache. But I'm being very vague right now about Roy. And like I said, you guys you need to understand why that is. And Chris, he already knows everything that's going on. He knows that we do it for safety, that we do it to keep others from trying to get us to date them and so on. I mean, I've had some of them on Avakin Life have been so rude as to, like, they would start ordering me around, telling me what to wear, telling me how to act, more or less. No, like this. You got to wear an outfit like mine that matches mine. Oh, could you buy me some black hair? Oh, I wish I had the money to get this really cool outfit. I mean, they use you, and, me and Roy, we don't use anybody. We try to pay for our own stuff. We try to keep each other going, but on Avakin, you're probably not going to get very far, because they rip you off. They don't allow you to make any kind of decent game money, because they want you on there to play, because they probably get money in their pocket for every hour that you're on there. But if you are lucky and fortunate enough to have a handful of people that are truly good people and truly good friends, hold on to them, because they are so rare in the world. I mean, I consider us the unicorns of the world, because you can't just walk down the street and find another person like me. You can find somebody similar. You can find someone with similar characteristics and ways of viewing things and opinions of things and whatnot. But there's no identical copy of me on this earth that I know of, because if I was walking down the street and I saw somebody that looked identical to me the way I look right now in every way, shape, and form, I'd be like, oh my God, have I time traveled or something and didn't know it? This is bad. They say, don't mess with time because it can mess back. I don't know how to time travel, at least not in the, so you can't really believe a lot of what they say, or how they show stuff, but they want it to look good. They want fireworks and, bands and food and drink, and, they want to be entertained. Find ways to entertain yourselves and friends, other multi and what you're into. Just be careful and cautious. Don't get too trusting of very many on there, because I would hate for you girls to, get yourselves in a situation that you couldn't get out of, and then suddenly you're just not here anymore. That would break my heart. I'm a very social person. Chris is not. Roy is a very social person. He has a really good job in PA, but again, I'm being vague. I won't be too detailed about things, because this is private stuff, and I'm not going to disrespect him any more than I would disrespect any other friend. If they tell me something in confidence, it stays between me and that person, not, oh, did you know what Betty said? Or, oh, Bob told me this. Or, no, I don't do that crap, okay? I just don't. So I've had my ups and downs on Avakin Life. Watch yourself. Spend very little. Budget yourself. I try not to go over $20 a month on Avakin. I might go as much as 40, just so I can spend 20 on each account, so that I can keep my coins going, because let's face it, the jobs are just whack. You get so many rude people in there, like these young things, these teeny boppers will come up and start dancing lewdly in front of you, and you might as well say they're lap dancing. They're being annoying. They're in your face. You're trying to work your shift so you can make your coins and move on to the next job and have a happy day. I don't like the way Avakin does things. I can imagine that it is quite complicated and difficult to maintain such a site, but ripping people off to do so, I have a problem with. So there may be periods, I'll let you girls know now, where you'll see me on there for several weeks at a time, and then you won't see me on there for a while, because I'm not going to invest in yet another thing like IMVU that freezes up a lot. They don't give you refunds when stuff gets screwed up, especially if it's on their end. Your game don't load right. Your room don't load right. You're in a room. You're there 5 seconds. It chucks you out. You're back to this other, screen. Then you got to go through the whole process again. It's a freaking nightmare. Do it very rarely. It is a nice social avenue to explore. It is a nice social media, but I'm concerned about the teenagers, because they could be setting themselves up to get kidnapped, raped, killed, or all three. And as much as that happens in the world, I don't want it to happen to kids on there, because they're stupid and they don't know any better. And their parents obviously don't care, or their parents would be more strict about what they're allowing their teenagers to be involved in. Sexting, in all honesty, don't do it. Don't care for it. I've had guys sending me pictures of their dick. I don't want to see the shit. I just don't. I'm not that person. Okay. I'm not a Playboy bunny. Okay. I'm not what I call a slut bitch hoe. And believe me, I've met a lot of them on there. I call them slut bitch hoes because some of them are boyfriend stealers. Some of them are girlfriend stealers. Some of them are false friends. Some of them are wayward friends. They'll be your friend as long as you're constantly buying them stuff. And then the minute you stop, they're just like, well, I don't want to hang around you anymore, because they're too lazy to go and bust their ass and work the jobs like we do endlessly, to our detriment, to try and build our coins up and, keep our money flowing. We're not here to be giving handouts, okay, to others. I'm not that rich. But I felt like, I just wanted to come out with some things. I don't know if you girls will ever view this video, and if you don't, that's okay. It still feels good to get it off my mind. And I'm not worried about it. If you guys misunderstand it, I apologize, but this is me. I shouldn't have to explain myself to somebody that really considers me their friend, and they respect my privacy, because I'm not going to give you all the details of, oh yeah, I was on top last night and we went at it for 12 hours. Okay. That's a little too personal. That's information that, if you're in a circle of friends on Avakin Life, that's not such a bad thing. But a lot of friend requests that I get on there, I just decline. I mean, I might look at their profiles or something like that. I might take a chance on a few. And some of them have been cool. Some of them I regret losing. Like Afghan King, he's never even tried to find me. But then I changed my name too. I didn't used to always be Star Fairy 1969. I used to be Jessica Bedore, JESSIKABEDORE. And there was like a few numbers after it. But I completely cleared my friend list then. I only kept maybe one or two friends that I felt were, worthy keeping, that didn't do me wrong, that wasn't just there for a handout, that wasn't just there looking for, somebody to order around because they got off on it because they hate their parents or some crap, I've said this a million times. I'll say it again, a million more. Falling in love is easy. Staying in love, now that's the challenge. That's the real work. That's the real job. How have me and Chris stayed together 15 years? I really couldn't tell you, because we're either doing something seriously right or doing something seriously wrong. I don't even know. I've been currently trying to do spells to help us both develop an understanding of one another, so that we have less arguments, less stress in our lives. We can talk about things without upsetting each other in the process. Chris has got health issues. I've got health issues. I've got chronic lower back pain. I've got some kind of arthritis all through my body. I can't put a name to. I've got fibromyalgia. I suffered a concussion. I was pistol whipped and robbed a few years ago, and they hit me in the back of the head. And, now I have neck issues. I have dizzy issues. I can't lay flat on my back to sleep, because then my breathing goes funny. I have to shift constantly throughout the night from my left to my right side. And when I'm tired of laying on my left side, I have to first lay on my back and then turn over on the other side. I can't just go from left completely over to the right, because then the whole room goes vertigo. Catch up. Let's see what else has been going on. My daughter's at camp right now. She, I guess, is enjoying herself. I sent her some Lisa Frank color books and gel pens because she loves Lisa Frank. She's the one that got me into it. And I sent her I think it was like a 4-pack of coloring books. And then I sent her a big thing of gel pens. And she's like, thanks, Mom. But she's been busy, and I understand. So I try to write her every couple of days or so, because I know it takes a couple of days for the letter to get there. I don't know how soon after the letter gets there she's able to read it. You know, she's a camp counselor there. She seems to enjoy that. My son Michael is in Marion right now. Of course, Brooke went back to England. She's trying to raise her 3 boys, and she's got a business, and she's got a life. And in a future YouTube video, I will try to get my Instagram information on here, and my what was the other? See, Instagram, YouTube, and there wasn't there another one? I don't do TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I know a lot of people like TikTok, but Chris is a techie, meaning he's technologically minded. He's very highly intelligent. He's computer whiz. He's kind of a geek nerd combination. He's been like messing with computers for like 47 years or some craziness or something like that. So he knows a thing or two. So when I, even if I show the remotest interest in TikTok and download it on my phone, he would probably have an aneurysm. As far as the paranormal investigations, I would absolutely love to have some clients who would be willing to let me investigate their home and not charge me an arm and a leg to do so, not charge me a damn thing, because I'm doing them a service, not the other way around. But I can't just go, start traveling around like a lot of them do, because I don't have the money to do so. But if it's something within a fair distance from where I live, then maybe. But it depends on the situation, depends on the client, and I have none right now. So I'm still learning as I go. There has certainly been some interesting manifestations in other videos, which I hope you girls will stumble across one of these times and go, wow, she's right. I saw that one clear as day. There's no explanation for that. I don't know camera trickery. I've got a Chromebook. There's no special equipment around me or nothing. I didn't even bring in my power cord to it, because it'll hold on a battery roughly about 3 hours or so. But anyway, let's see what else did I want to catch up on. Again, Holly, Paul, and Shay. I'm sorry, I don't even know what the last live stream was that you guys did that I actually saw, that I was there and I was a part of. I was being consistent there for a while. I was getting on daily, but then that was causing me and Chris issues. So I may have to kind of divide that YouTubing thing up to the point of some of the time do it up here, some of the time do it down at my sister Maria's, who is in the same building as me, and she, lives downstairs. Now, I was not lying when I was talking about my mom earlier on here. And again, this is for Sari and Kara, because anyone else is going to go, what are you talking about? What has happened to Mom? Is she okay? Yeah, my mom's fine. I can already feel that she's been wanting me to come by there again, which is difficult for me to do because she's a damn psychic vampire. Every time I go over there, I can maintain my energy and feed off the energy around me while I'm there. But when I come home, I'm drained. I am fucking drained every single time, because I don't even know if my mom realizes she's doing it. And furthermore, I don't know if she even cares. But when I say I'm like crack without the drug, I am not bullshitting. I am very addictive. I have a good energy about me. I have a special light that many are drawn to. I teach magic. I try to help others on their own magical path. I try to advise them wisely. And, even though it may sound like I'm judging, I have to be fair and honest when I say this, but I'm really not into Luciferian. I'm not into Satanist stuff, um, or anything like that. I don't mess with black magic. I know about it. I know how it works. I may teach you how it works if you don't know how it works, so you can protect yourself from it, and I will certainly help you do that. But don't ask me to teach you black magic, because I'm not doing it. I am not a sadomasochist. I do not like pain. When I'm doing the naughty with my dude, I don't like, if I'm in pain, it kills the mood for me. I mean, he can probably keep going, but I can't. It kills it for me. I just want to just stop and go to sleep, after, if I get too racked with pain. And again, it may sound like I'm judging. I'm not. I'm just saying I'm not into that. If you're into that, great. Whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat, as long as you harm none, do what you will. That is the whole of Wicca. That is the philosophy we live by. I have met many Satanists. I was pretty cool with them. Never stepped foot in a Satanist church, never will. I have been in a coven before with a high priest that was a pedophile, and he would trick runaways into magically having sex with him. He's that kind of a sick bastard. So I will not give his name on here because I will not justify him. He's a piece of shit. And I hope that, they pick the jail up and throw his ass under it and cut his dick off in the process, as harsh as that may sound. But this guy, he's a piece of shit. And I'm sorry, YouTube, for all the swearing. If you want to censor me out, go right ahead. I don't mean to swear. It's just, it happens. I won't do videos that are okay for kids, because you say swear words. Parents are like, oh, I don't want them watching that because she's swearing. Big deal. I'm not committing a crime. You may not want your kids to learn it, but they're going to learn it, unless you put them in a freaking school where, if they ever say a single cuss word, they're going to get their hand slapped, or they're going to get stuck in a corner, or they're going to get expelled, or whatever. I'm not into that crap. I don't believe in multiple partners. Like I said earlier, I think if you can't be satisfied with one person, then don't have any. That's just my opinion. I know many polys. I know many people that have no problem having multiple partners, but I'm not one of them. So don't ever ask me to be. Don't ever invite me to something like that, whether it's on Avakin or in real, because I'm not interested. I hope that our friendship continues to grow and blossom, but I'm not perfect by no means. And I have to say, I don't think I'd want to be, because it sounds too exhausting to me. Because if you're perfect and you know everything, then what's the purpose of being here? We're all here to learn. And through that learning, if we learn well and we learn wisely, then we evolve. Once our spirit evolves to a certain point, then we join the All-Father or the All-Mother, or whatever you want to call your chosen deity. For me, it's Green Man and Gaia right now. But that doesn't mean I discount others. I don't. There's a lot of God and goddesses out there. They have good sides. They have bad sides. You better know what you're doing if you're going to invoke the bad side, because there's usually going to be a hefty price. And to me, it's not worth paying. I have had encounters with Dukes of Hell. They are not the top of my list, nor would they ever be. And I don't call them he, I call them it. Because, dark can't exist without light. Demons can't exist without angels, and so on and so on. The balance of dark and light, the balance of balance. Well, when you tip that scale one direction or another, you are therefore imbalanced, and then it causes you even more problems. 2024, everybody could be dead and gone, folks. We don't know. It's another prediction that I remember seeing online somewhere. I'm not saying it's true. I hope it's not, considering this is 22 already. So we're talking, okay, 2 more years and everybody's dead. So, you might as well live it up now while you can. But just be careful in your choices and decisions, because some of them can and will come back and bite you in the ass later, and not in a good way. And I speak from experience, okay? I have been in S&M clubs. I've been in clubs where people would get flogged, electrocuted, dance half naked. I mean, I can do it. I can be around people like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm just going to start stripping and acting like them. I am me, and I'm not trying to be somebody else I'm not. And if you're truly my friend, my philosophy is you won't expect me to be anyone else but me. You know, there was a club called, what was the name of that club? Can't think of it now. It was a gothic club. It was an S&M club. Outland. It was called Outland. According to Chris, and yes, we know, some people that frequent those kind of places. I haven't been there in one in years. Outland has moved their location. I am trying to get into the Gothic community in my own way, but I'm failing miserably. But, at the same time, I'm like, look, I'm not out to prove, I shouldn't have to prove myself to a bunch of Gothic people just to get admitted into their damn club. Okay. So I'll make my own. Who knows? Maybe at some point in the future, if I can get Avakin to fucking wake up and fly right and fucking work right, even if I have to do something magically, sort of take the game over to a point that at least my shit don't fuck up, that at least my shit don't freeze when I'm trying to have a good time with a group of friends at one of our cool rooms that we're hanging out, or a pool party or whatever, fireside camp thing, So in all honesty, I doubt very seriously that me and Roy ever will meet. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Chartara, right? I'm sorry, honey, I'm so wiped. I was just like playing catch up, and I'm still on Avakin Life. I'm sorry that I unfriended you on there, but it just seemed like, I know there's a lot going on in your life right now, honey, so it just seemed like you really didn't have time for it. So, okay, good. Brooke isn't on there anymore either. She, I think she's kind of, doing her own thing. And she is working and all that. And, because of the 5 hour time difference, I mean, so far the only way that her and I have been able to communicate is through, like a chat, not chat, like a text message or something like that. So, yeah, I went blue again. You like it? The parts of it that kind of turned out, but then my hair is just being whacked today. And I've got it up, because it is still long, but I wear it up. It's more comfortable. Ooh, I made a, thanks. I made a couple of new friends on there. I will just I call them Sari and Kara. A lot of the information earlier in the live stream was for them. And I was talking about the ups and downs of Avakin Life and how they rip you off, which I don't like. And I also told them, on here, I said, if you girls ever find your way to this video and you see it or this live stream or whatever, I hope that you'll leave me a comment or something to say, hey, Janet, I popped in on one of your channels and saw your latest video. I loved it. Thank you. It was very informative and educational, and, you helped me in some way. They are both, they're like, I guess, my newest magic students, but I haven't really been doing a whole lot of actual teaching. Like, if we're on Avakin together, mostly we just hang out and kind of talk about whatever, and different things. You did like what, hun? Anyway, it's okay, because don't worry, because my brain's fried too. uh oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we did a live stream one day where we finally did the summer solstice thing. I have been trying to still light candles for you, hun, and keep sending you that good healing energy. I hope your kidney situation is doing better. And me, I'm just, I don't know how much longer I'm going to even be awake. I'm trying to hang in there, but there's going to be periods where you're going to see me live streaming daily. There's going to be other periods where weeks or months could go by before I do a live stream. A lot of it depends on what the day is going to be like, and how much errands do we have to run, and how many appointments do we have to go to, and who's taking out the trash, who's doing the laundry, who's cleaning the litter box, who's doing the dishes. It's all very exhausting, as I'm sure you know. I also popped in on Holly on her Wolf Paranormal. I think they're doing a live stream right now. I didn't really watch it. I only got on there long enough to basically leave a comment and say, hey guys, I didn't forget about you or anything. It's just things have been crazy, and I know that they can relate because they probably have their own craziness that goes on. Holly is a witch, like me. And I miss her. I really enjoyed when she would pop on. She's a great lady. Shay and Paul, her other two buddies that she does a lot of the paranormal stuff with and paranormal investigating and whatnot. I hope they're doing okay. So I just wanted to kind of give you a warning ahead of time, because I have no idea 1 week from the next if it's going to be a consistent week and I'm going to be able to be on every day, or if it's going to be an inconsistent and it could be several weeks before I get on and do a live stream. So, you don't have to necessarily check it too often, but hey, you got lucky tonight and you was able to catch me. So, and that flash you keep seeing in the background, that's not a manifestation. We keep getting a power surge. And I just hope that we don't get like a blackout. I don't know what the weather's doing out there. I don't know if it's raining again. Because we've been having a lot of rain here lately. Thunder, lightning, sunny when it's storming out like that. He's scared to death. The poor thing, he'll hide in the doorway. Like, he can't get far enough away from the stuff. He has certain spots in the apartment here that he feels safe and comfortable, and he'll tuck his tail under his legs when he's scared. Me and Chris, we try to talk to him gently. We try to let him know that he's safe, and that if he feels the need to lay down in a doorway somewhere, so be it. If that's what he needs to get through it, then let him. He's laying on Daddy's pillow right now. There he is. The black and white back there. See him? You can barely see the white strip on his nose. Hey, Kalika, you going to come back up, Brat? My cat, Kalika, she was up here earlier. She couldn't seem to make up her mind what she wanted to do. And I had some interesting manifestations in past live streams in the bedroom. So I thought, hey, why not? I'll go ahead and do one in the bedroom. Like I said, I'm probably going to be going to bed here soon. I'm so wiped out. I've got the goopy loofies already. That's where you're so goofy when you're tired. You're like, what was I saying? What did I just talk about? Yeah, it's been one of those kind of days. So hopefully in the future, if Carrie and or if Sari and Kara find their way here, hopefully you'll get to meet them. And Kalika, I really wish you wouldn't get up there. Don't get up there. Find somewhere else to lay. Dang it, I'm tired of you guys knocking my clean clothes down on the floor. Why don't you just get up here on the bed? Come on. Come on, you got plenty of room. Come on. You can jump that. I knew you could. Silly cat. This is Kalika, my brat. Kalika, my brat. You my brat. Yeah, Mom, I'm your brat. Let's see what else has been going on. I have been having, off and on, I've been having some interesting call-in dreams. I've been doing this little mantra thing at night before, as I'm trying to fall asleep, that I am in control of my dreams. I can change them how I see fit. If I start having a bad dream and it's borderline nightmarish or something like that, I will change it, by will. And by doing that every night, you train your brain and the magical side of you to do that, exactly that. I want to understand what my dreams are saying. I want to understand what their message is, correctly, so that I can go, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Okay, that makes sense, but it's kind of an experimental thing. Let's see if I can get back into some type of a consistency mode here soon, where I'm like on for like every day for a week. I will try to pick up where I left off with like my nature cards. I don't remember what chapter I was in my blue book, my Buckland blue book. I think I have it marked, but again, they just get too crazy, and it's really, really hard to have any kind of consistency, because if I go downstairs, I'm struggling with trying to focus on live streaming, trying to visit with Maria. How much magic are we doing today? How many spells? How much energy is it all going to take? And then when it's done, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now because I'm wiped out. So, it's a shame about Avakin, though, about Avakin Life being as much of a ripoff as I am VU. And I'm sorry that you weren't able to, we weren't able to hang out on there a lot. But I understand, believe me, I'm going through my own craziness right now. My mom's okay. Like I said, she's been wanting me to come over there. I can feel it. Don't know what's going on with my brother. Don't really care. The last time I saw him, we didn't exactly part on the friendliest of terms. He was in a pissy mood about something, and it was just ridiculous. And it was Carl being Carl and being a jerk and making me deeply regret, that we even went over to Mom's that day, because he was being an ass. And supposedly, according to my mother, unless she misunderstood, Bella, don't do that. Leave her alone. You don't have to get down, Kalika. You can stay up here. It's okay. You can stay up here. Bella, leave her alone. But anyway, we went over there for a cookout, and Carl, he tried to ruin it, but we didn't let him. Me and Chris said, you know what? We're done with this bullshit. We're just going up to the fucking store. We'll get the shit ourselves, cook it ourselves. Fuck Carl. If he wants to eat his shit out of his car, then go right ahead. I don't fucking care. And supposedly his daughter Chelsea no longer wants me down there. I'm not welcome there anymore. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I do now? Because I won't stroke her ego, because I won't put her on a pedestal, because I won't call her 20 times a fucking day. Sorry, but I have a life. Might not be much of one, but I have a life. So I don't know what the hell that's all about. I don't know if Mom is misinformed or she misunderstood something Carl said, or I don't know. Don't care. My family's a mess, girl. That's all I can tell you. They are a fucked up mess. I'm no better. I'm just as fucked up as the rest of the gang. I mean, there are times when me and my brother get along great. There are times when we don't. That's life. That's family. There's times when me and my mom get along fine. And there's other times when I just don't want to be around her because she's being a bitch. And, they're like, oh, Janet, you shouldn't call your mom a bitch. Well, I'm sorry, but she is a bitch. She, I don't care if she's 91 years old. I know she's my elder, and I'm not being disrespectful. Yeah, exactly. It's like, whatever, people, I'm living my life and I'm going to be happy, to the best of my ability. Bella Brat, you chase Sissy down. Bad boy. And she used to get up here on the bed with me at night when I'm trying to sleep, and she'd curl up next to me and lay there for a little bit. But I don't know if Chris is going to be wanting to go to bed here soon either, hun, so I may have to pop off here. Yeah, and it's a darn shame, about family that they do that to each other, that they hurt each other to that degree. It's ludicrous, and it's wrong, and, I don't like it either. It's a constant struggle just to, keep any kind of a positive attitude for any length of time. But, that's what I loved about what you named your Avakin on there when you were on there. He's a positive one. I was like, all right, you go, girl. Don't let negativity win. I mean, and that's saying something, because I have my days where I'm getting slammed with negative shit too. But I just try to muddle through it. I try to find things to distract me. I get on Avakin until it starts fucking up too much and driving me nuts. I try to pop on IMVU at least once a month so that account don't freeze up on me, because I already know my DJR one has on IMVU. That was my other account, because I can't remember the frickin' I can't remember the password to get in to that account. I don't have a unit strong enough, an additional unit, laptop or a desktop even, to be able to play IMVU on my Chromebook here and play it on another one. IMVU would not load on this Chromebook. I'm already asking way too much of it by having the games on here loaded that I do. Avakin Life only being one of those games. I have Design Home on here. I have a couple of different coloring book things, color app things on here where you can take a stylus and you can fill in the colors, or you can use your finger or whatever. Let's see. I just recently did Covet Fashion. Not doing too great with that. But, it's another one of those like Design Home. A lot of times you're required to use actual real money that is hard to come by nowadays to get coins on the game, or to get cool rooms and outfits and avatars and blah, 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 blah. You getting down, Brat? So, I'm sorry that I wasn't on here very long, but as you can tell, I'm about to fall over asleep myself. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to feel up to doing a live stream or not. That's why I just wanted to kind of do like a catch up one a little bit, kind of give people some up to date things that have happened recently. So, you can go back and watch it from the beginning whenever you can. And, just like all I can say is look often, because I never know one week from the next if I'm going to be on every day, or if I'm going to not be on for several weeks. So love ya. And thanks for coming and saying hey for a minute, and blessed be and all that. And I hopefully will see you soon, hun. Night.